Sometimes people have to be given the right stuff. Other times people have to be told the truth and utter hard facts. But we are coming to a time that where people just continuously get fucking more stupid and more stupid every day. Okay? PlayStation is weak. Why is that? Well, let Microsoft actually tell you why. So Microsoft, they actually said that they were going to actually buy Call of Duty off from Activision, and they said they were going to actually make it available as Xbox Game Pass and all types of stuff. And they're going to actually, like I said, like as soon as they actually buy Call of Duty, they're just going to include it as Game Pass. And so what also happens, just to also to prevent PlayStation players from trying to riot, is that they let the game be available to the franchise to at least for 10 more years for the PlayStation 5. And which isn't a really bad deal though, because like I said, it's long. That's like 10 years is really long though. So it's like very generous offer that I would take though, so that we have the time to like make a better shooter game than Call of Duty, because we all know Call of Duty's just gone to shit. And here we are with Jim Ryan and these fucking Sony ponies going around saying that that they're doing something wrong. First off, honestly, let's get this out of the way. When people are thinking that I'm actually just trying to say that you're being such a nitpicker. Listen here, motherfuckers. This is supposed to be a professionally made fucking thing. When you say that your gamers are having a problem with such other games, you can't force them to say good things. So yeah, Microsoft they're attempting to buy Call of Duty, and Sony and Jim Ryan are having a fucking fallout. And quite frankly, that's got to be the most childish thing ever. And I am hoping that Microsoft actually does have that successful deal. And I'm going to tell you why right now. First off, the reason why is because Sony, they're completely too reliant on Call of Duty. It just shows that when you know that your console is too reliant on Call of Duty, you know you ain't what you used to be, Sony. And but the fact is that some other companies try to buy from them. Make a deal too. That's the thing, you know. Some people say, "Well, that's a problem." It's a problem, man. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that to everybody, man. Well, here's the deal. That's how business works, you know. So businesses are always going to be cold and stuff like that. So you got to find a way how to do something about it. Don't just sit there and try to play the victim like do something about it. Seriously, at this point, Jim Ryan, I think you're just basically being a fucking crybaby at this point. You're just being some fucking degenerate idiot that just goes around and just try to say that. Oh, but you shouldn't do that, man. PlayStation isn't what it used to be anymore. I'm telling you, ever since the PS3, this shit has been getting worse for you guys. Shitlands. What the fuck is that? But seriously, this thing that you're fucking doing, Sony, it's not even helping, okay? Honestly, I really do hope that Microsoft actually buys Call of Duty from Activision, because quite frankly, right now, Call of Duty is complete shit right now. It's completely dog shit. It's down to like the last bit of earth where it's like beyond unsavable though. But like I said, unless there is a good move that is done, and when it's brought back, yeah, maybe I'll go back to it. But the fact is that I can't even go back to Call of Duty, because the fact is that the people that are actually going over there, don't know any fucking better, or they just don't give a fuck about their players, man. So honestly, I want to see Microsoft actually buy this company, because quite frankly, there needs to be a move done. Sony could have done the same thing, but the thing is that they decided to just play conservative, and look what happens. You only got 10 years left, and it's going to dry up since you can't even think of any other good game. Like seriously, that's the problem with Sony. That's why they can't even get anything good at all. Their exclusives have been fucking trash, and when someone actually tries to make a deal out of their main staple for their diet, guess what happens? Guess what fucking happens? They are fucking screwed now. So my best advice for you, Sony, is try to think of something. Make actually a better shooter game. I know you guys had Killzone 3 and Killzone 2, but why can't you guys actually make a good shooter game that number one is better off than Call of Duty, and number two that could possibly be better than Battlefield? Make something. Make something happen. Because honestly, what you guys are doing, you're just sitting over there playing the victim all the time. Playing the victim. Yeah, Sony, this thing that you're doing is completely pathetic. You're saying that Microsoft is going to do this and that with Call of Duty, but quite frankly, you would have probably done the same thing, Sony. You would have probably done the same thing. I think, quite frankly, you should have just made a deal right then and there. But I don't think you're going to because you're too busy playing the conservative game or playing the fucking, what do you call it? You're playing the fucking feebly minded game or the let me play the, let me use victim card 24/7. All that stuff. You see, Microsoft, they're actually making a move. They see that when Call of Duty is like the main game that is actually being bought by other people, they're like, okay, a lot of people are actually buying Call of Duty. A lot of people are saying that, hey, these guys are playing Call of Duty a lot. Let's go make a deal with them. Let's go pay them a deal, and let's try to make Call of Duty in a good favor. Something that they could do. And like I said, I don't think it's going to be the best idea, but still, it's at least a little better than what we're at right now. You see, Sony is already bearing their PS5 right now, dude. Like they've already been bearing it since day one, when their console just came out. Okay, like that's what's going on. Sony is already bearing their fucking console already. Like they've already buried the PS3, they've already buried the PS4, and now they're burying the PlayStation 5 because they are too reliant on this one shooter game, on this one type of shooter game franchise. You see, why do you think no one is actually talking about those other exclusives that some people are talking about? Because that's not coming into those people's minds. The only thing that they're talking about is next gen 2K, next gen Call of Duty, next gen Madden, all that stupid ass shit. So yeah, Microsoft that's going to buy Call of Duty, they're making a move. They're doing something here. And don't tell me that Sony isn't making enough money. I already seen how much their net worth is, and it's billions and billions and billions of dollars like Microsoft is. Fucking sad though. It's fucking sad how people act really fucking stupid, you know? Yeah, honestly, Microsoft, I hope you know what you're doing though. And you Sony fanboys out there, the reason why you guys are so butthurt about this is because no one confronted your bitch ass about any of these stuff. The world is a cold, hard place. It's not clean. It's not like the best motherfucker ever. It's not like, oh, it's so colorful, rainbows, and all this and that. It's not like that 24/7. It's going to be cold. It's going to be hard. It's going to be like that all the time. You're always going to deal with criticism. You got to learn from them. That's what toughens people. Hell, it even toughened me too. But seriously, all you fucking Sony fanboys out there, especially Jim Ryan, you guys, you're just trying to play the victim card. Actually, let Microsoft and here's the thing, Microsoft is letting you guys for 10 more years. 10 more years. How many years did you guys have Call of Duty? You guys had it for like 8 to 9 years. You'll be fine. So yeah, this fucking thing that Sony's doing is completely pathetic. Microsoft, I really hope you actually do buy Call of Duty because, quite frankly, the state of Call of Duty right now is already like beyond repair, and I'm hoping that you can actually be the ones to repair it. Though, since you said that you were going to make some games available for Game Pass. Like I said, this thing just proves that Sony doesn't stand a chance without mainstream games like Call of Duty because, quite frankly, I kind of wish they just did their stuff like they did back in the PS2 days. Forget the graphics, go with gameplay first. Because at the end of the day, many people are going to talk about the gameplay and not the graphics at all. Graphics are only there for like a few months. Gameplay is what actually matters. So yeah. So Sony fanboys, deal with it. You're dead on arrival. like I said, you can just actually go. Sony can go make a deal right then and there. So the best thing you idiots can do is go tell Jim Ryan to go make a deal too with a Call of Duty. So yeah, it's just, which I know they're not going to do. So yeah, that's it. Sony's dead on arrival.